You are taking a live look right now at Boston. This is courtesy of EarthCam. It's about 15 minutes away from Harvard University, one of the schools that was at the center of the affirmative action case.
Yeah, that's right. The Supreme Court striking down race-based college admissions. But how does that affect students on campus? National correspondent Mike Carter speaking to some Harvard students about that very decision.
Race-based admissions now a thing of the past across the country as prestigious schools like Harvard now grapple with what life after affirmative action will look like. The question is, how do the kids feel about it?
I think that's a good thing because you shouldn't have to worry about how you look like your appearance because that's something that you can't really change.
We should be evaluating people based on merit grades.
Correct. Yeah.
Not on what their skin color is.
Right. Colorblind.
But it's not quite so cut and dry. Just because you did have higher grades doesn't necessarily even make you a better candidate.
Isn't the best way to stop discriminating based on race to stop discriminating based on race?
Yes, that is obviously true. I mean, you can't argue with that. It's not a setback, it's a reset. The black community politically must reset, recalibrate, and mobilize its own institutions to begin to fill the gap.
But not everyone was so open-minded here at Harvard.
I freaking hate the Supreme Court.
Yeah, what makes you hate it?
It's a bunch of corrupt ass. Clearly don't have the interest of the people. They have the interest of whoever's paying them.
Should we evaluate students based off of merit or based off of skin color?
I think you're asking leading questions, and I don't think you're really being fair.
No, you don't think we should evaluate kids based off of merit?
I hope you're going to get some really nice sound bites out of this. I don't think you're being a fair interviewer, though.
Should we evaluate people based off skin color?
The background doesn't really matter. As long as what's up here and can help our future, shouldn't matter what your skin color or background is.
It is school at the end of the day. Like, we're here to learn, not to be judged by our race.
You see a lot of privileged kids walking by every day. Are those kids privileged no matter what they look like?
Most of them, yeah.
We have too large a black upper class to be making excuses anymore.
In Cambridge, Massachusetts, for Newsmax, I'm Mike Carter.
Interesting thoughts there. Krisha Linzo back with us. As you've seen her before, she's also a Harvard grad, seeing other students, at least current students, now weighing in on this topic. And it seems to have some divided, Krisha.
It's very divided, but I think that overall, when you're looking at the Harvard population more generally, while they may be diverse on their face, they're not necessarily diverse in thought. And I think the key issue here is, yes, we need reforms in education, but they need to start at the ground level. The main issue that we've even been discussing is socioeconomics and how that plays a part in people's overall learning. It shouldn't just be, oh, you're a black student and we'll take you versus an Asian student versus a white student. It should be based on many other factors, including just general merit, right? You don't want to feel like you're in an institution only because of your race. I think that's also genuinely unfair.
Right, I think so as well. And I know we talked about this a little bit off camera, but if you're going to say, hey, we should have something like affirmative action, shouldn't we maybe start that way earlier? Like make sure that as soon as kids are entering into school age, that they are given opportunities and given really amazing teachers and the supplies that they need, because in America right now, in a lot of inner cities, schools don't have the supplies. They don't have the teachers. Shouldn't we be focusing on that so that they grow up learning as best as they can, as opposed to just starting something right before they enter college?
Definitely. I think you make a great point. It has to start way earlier in terms of the access to education. And this is what a lot of candidates run on. And I think where the Democrats have left a lot of their supposed voters behind, when you're not looking at how people are growing up in the inner cities or elsewhere, I think that they're just really putting people aside and just focusing on ultimately not equality of opportunity. It's not right.
Krisha, if I could bring you in, the final question, just your personal experience, if I can. What is the application process like for undergrad at Harvard? Do you have anything that stands out to you? How grueling was it?
It's very rigorous, but I think that being said, that when you look at the student body more generally, it's not. I wasn't always impressed with the student body. I think you could kind of tell, mostly with students whose parents were major donors to the school. I think it was really apparent why those students were there. And even looking at the racially diverse students, you could even tell they actually, a lot of them, this study was showing, they came from very wealthy backgrounds. So that, again, defeats the purpose.
So what if the focus is off a little bit on
the focus is definitely off.
Yeah, of how that works, that process. Either way, though, reacting there. We appreciate that, hearing from those on Harvard campus. Thank you. And Krisha Lenzo as well. We appreciate that. A lot